Hi again, YouTubers. So this is a review on a product that I purchased from Sephora, totally on a whim. Don't even remember why. Tightening the cap on it a little bit. It is the Saint Tropez. Sorry, there's some idiot across the street honking to get somebody to come outside instead of just getting out of their car and going to get the kid. It's for a teenager. Anyway, this is a review of the Saint Tropez Self Tan Luxe Dry Oil. It looks like this. Now, I didn't shake it up. You can see how it's separated. There's like a thicker product down here and then the oil up here. And then when you shake it, it has a beautiful bronze color. Now, this is what I have on right now, and I will tell you what. I love the Saint Tropez Bronzing Mousse. This blows that out of the water for one main reason. It fades amazing. And two reasons. One, it fades amazing. It fades better than any self tanner I have ever used. We all know I've used a lot. But also because of the fact of the matter of how it applies to the hands and to the feet. That has always been an issue for me. No matter what I did, no matter how good of an idea I thought I had, or how great something worked, or just how any concept that I had with all the mousses, lotions, anything like that, I always had two areas. One, my hands always kind of got blotchy and streaky and faded funny. And then down by my ankles, like most people have problems right around like their ankle bone on either side that sits like this. My problem is right where the foot curves and goes straight, like before it goes straight to your foot. Mine is right there and it's a circle, always. And I've always had issues with this. And this is amazing. It's a little bit more difficult to apply. It has a tint to it, but not a color guard like a mousse. I don't know. Let me rephrase this. It has much more, first thing I'm going to mention is it is much more red undertone than the olive undertone or green undertone of the bronzing mousse. This stuff is definitely a red undertone, okay? And that works well with me and my skin tone. I have much more of a pink undertone to my skin. And although the green ones and the olive ones work fine, but when they fade, I find that's when it's more noticeable and it sticks. And I have a lot of freckles and things like that, and it usually adheres to those like a lot. And then it fades funny and kind of blotchy. Now with moisturizers and things like this, it's not ridiculously noticeable. But with this stuff, I can't even put into words. It literally fades and you don't even know it's gone. And all of a sudden you're like, oh, wow. I would say that it stays true to color, like fully this is 2 days out. Yeah, 2 days out right now, 2 or 3. I put it on at night before I go to bed. And so this is 2 days after that. And it just looks like this the whole time. And then all of a sudden, right around 5 or 6 days is when I really start to notice it fade. Now, I always notice it fades on my legs first, always, because I shave my legs, things like that. I did use this on my face and had no issues. I don't know if my face is used to oils because of all the Colleen Rothschild products that have oils in it or what, but no issues on my face whatsoever. But this stuff is just, I can't even put into words. And I will do a review too, just a real quick, I'm going to do this review next, but this is what helps me with my legs. It's called Saint Tropez One Night Only Instant Glow Body Lotion. Excuse me. This is what helps me with my legs for that, since that fades first, because I don't want to go and do another another round of self tanner. So I just use that kind of in between, and I use it in the beginning too if I just want to my legs to look a little bit darker. So a couple things I'm going to mention about this is I am someone who always puts self tanner on with one of the mitts. I don't like having orange palms. I don't want it to be noticeable. I don't want to see it. So I always use those. And here is this is one that I have that doesn't have any on it. And then this is the one I used this week. Can you see how red undertone that is? Normally if you see these, and it smells like lemon. Oh, it smells so good, so fresh and lemony. So I still smell it on there for 2 days. You can tell how red. Now this I will just throw in the laundry. I wanted to keep it so you guys can see it. And this is what it looks like when it comes out. You can definitely see the staining and stuff on it, but it still works. I buy mine at Ulta. They're cheap. They all work the same to me. I've tried. I bought the Liberta tan one and I bought the Saint Tropez one. To me, it's all the same. and Ulta always has some sort of deal going on with them. So here's how I put it on. I'll start with that. In the morning, shower, shave, do all that, and I put my normal moisturizer on, which is my CeraVe SA cream. Use that every day. Put that on in the morning, and then at nighttime, right before I go to bed, wash my face and do all that. After I'm done washing my face, I take hand lotion, put it all over my hands and down to my wrist to about right about where this bone is right here, not to where my watch is, just where this bone is right here in the wrist. I put the lotion to here, and same thing on my feet, up over my ankles, over those two balls on the sides of your ankles. I go up to that part, and then whatever's left on my hands, I just kind of rub on my knees and on my elbows. And you can see my elbows don't look darker, they don't look patchy. So that's what I do, and I let that sit for just a minute or two. Then, and I'm going to use the mitt that doesn't have the stuff on it because I don't want to, that still is damp from 2 days ago. So I take this, and you shake this up really well, and this, I'm going to open it up, is just a little hole in the top, and you shake this out, and I have used this 3 times, okay, to give you an idea. Sorry, there was a truck going by. So I have used this 3 times, and I would say I would get probably 6 or 7 uses out of that. So that's what, 1, 2, so 6 or 7 weeks. I don't know why I was doing the math on that. Here's what I was trying to do the math on. It is $50. I purchased mine at Sephora, and it is $50. Like, I think, I forget if I bought this when there was a discount or not, but either way, I pay the $50 10 times over for it. It's that good. Like, and guys, keep in mind, I have gone and had professional spray tans. I have used every product out there I can think of. Depends on your skin tone. Every person is going to be different. If you are like me and you're very fair and you also have that reddish undertone to your skin, this is what you should try. So anyway, just simply put, I'd say about 4 drops of it. You just go like this, and it comes out slow. It doesn't pour out. You do about 4 drops of it, and I start on my arms, and I just work it all around my arms, and those 4 drops get me probably to about right here. Put another 4 drops on. I do up to my shoulders, down around my neck and on my chest. Another 4 drops. I do the top of my back, and then I switch hands and do this side. And once I'm done the top of my body, meaning the top of my back and up through my chest, and what's on here, I then take it on my hands, and I go in between my fingers, and I go like this, okay? So then I go back and I do my stomach and my back, my lower back, down my butt, and then I do the same thing down my legs. And after I'm done my legs, whatever is left on here is what I use on my feet and my ankles, okay? And that's it. Now, it doesn't dry as instantly as the mousse does, but it isn't gross. It isn't lotiony. Like lotions sometimes sit on top of the skin. This sinks in fairly quickly. Now, another thing with the color guide that I mentioned is if you were super pale, I can see it when I put it on because it is a different color, but it's it's a little bit harder to see, and you have to work quickly with it. Do not do large sections. Like, don't put enough on to do all the way up through here. It sinks into that mitt, and you don't want to put that. You want to do it in small sections. Like, do a part of your arm, do the second part. Just use a couple drops each time. And so you can see it, but you need to move quickly with this. Even though it's an oil, it sets into the skin fairly quickly. So that is how I apply it, okay? Then I go to bed that night. Now, I will say, I have white sheets. You do see, I wear like black sweatpants and a black tank top usually to bed. When I put this on, like anything black I wear at nighttime. You do see it transfer onto your sheets. I usually the next day get up, wash the sheets, put bleach in with it, and they're fine. But just keep that part in mind. Some other self-tanners transfer, some don't. This one does. Another thing is that shiny part you kind of see in here, you do see that on your skin until you take a shower. Like, it's super shiny. Like, I went to the gym the next morning because I shower at the gym. My girlfriend thought I was sweaty already. It was the shine from that. It wasn't anything because I hadn't worked out yet. Or no, I had, but not at home, just a little bit. But yeah, so it's kind of funny. So that part is a little bit of a difficult part with it. But it is so worth it because the color is just so, it doesn't, all of those bronzing mousses stick to all of my freckles and usually makes it look more like sunspots than just freckles. This looks so much more natural on me. I am just in love with this stuff. In love, in love, in love. I just think it is hands down amazing. I already have an order in for another bottle because I can't wait to get it, and I love it so much. I guess I can try and do that. So pigmentation on this is awesome. It's just beautiful. It is not a dark tan, by the way, guys. If you use $1 Million Tan or Saint Tropez, they are much darker than this is. So keep that in mind. It depends on what color you're looking for. I'm not looking for a ridiculously dark color. I just want to enhance my natural color. So pigmentation is 5 out of 5. Texture, I personally love it. I love the lemon scent. I love how smooth it is. I love that afterwards my skin feels nice and soft and just amazing. It just doesn't feel drying. Texture is 5 out of 5. Longevity is 5 days, sometimes 6. And even then, it's not the same as a normal self-tanner that fades. It's just kind of like a fade out as opposed to a blotchiness. So I have a piece of hair. There it is. So longevity, I think that's pretty darn good, because me on a normal self-tanner, I'm like 3 to 4 days, I start feeling a little blotchy and I feel like I have to either scrub it off or fill it in or whatever. And so I think that's really good. Application, I don't know. It's kind of tricky. That piece of hair. It's kind of tricky, but once you get the hang of it, I was super, 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 super skeptical on this, and I didn't know why I bought it, and I almost sent it back without using it. And then I was like, you know what? I'm going to use it. I'm going to try it, because if I don't, I'll probably regret it. And I would have. I totally would have. So I'm so glad I kept it and tried it, because I am in love with it. Probably won't touch my other self-tanners this summer. That's how great this stuff is. So application can be a little tricky. Buy the mitts. They're inexpensive. They save your hands. Oh, another thing. After I'm done all of this, by the way, I take one of those face wash towelette things and I just put it between these hands and go like this, just to be on the safe side. And then I use a towel and just kind of dry my hands real quick. And that's all I do. Sorry, I forgot about that. So applications, it's 3.5 out of 5. It's not super easy, but it's not difficult. Packaging, I think this is nice. I think they did a nice job. It's a nice glass bottle. It has a nice top. The dispenser is easy. It doesn't pour too much out. I think it does a good job. So packaging is a nice, except for it's going to suck to travel with, glass. But, you know, that's nice to have. You know, you're paying a lot for it, so why not? So packaging is a good 4 out of 5. Price, it's expensive. You would get way more uses out of the Mousse, but for me, the color I get is so worth the price. It doesn't matter, because I was using the Mousse as my tanner when I'm at home, and I would go and get a spray tan if I was going anywhere or wanted more perfect, or as close, you know, better. We'll say better, not perfect, better. And I will do this over a spray tan now. And I think I still have 3 spray tans left at my salon. That's just saying something. So price, it's expensive, but I'm going to say it's 4 out of 5 because to me it's worth it. But for a lot of people, that's a lot for 7 uses. Product overall, this stuff is my holy grail. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. Cannot go without it. Amazing, amazing, amazing product. I just can't believe there's not more talk about this here on YouTube. It is that good. I think because it's so small and it says oil, it's deceiving. People aren't sure. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. Please let me, did I say product overall was 5 out of 5? I don't know if I did. So please let me know if you guys have any questions, and thanks so much for watching. Have a great day. Bye.